These visuals of a man forced to carry his 65-year-old father with his hapless mother running behind them, they just hit you in your gut. These visuals are from Kerala's Kollam district, where this man's desperate, repeated request failed to convince the policemen to let his auto rickshaw through the barricades to pick up his father from a government hospital. Left with no option at all, he left the auto rickshaw at the police barricade 1 kilometer from the hospital and then picked up his father on his shoulders and just ran to the transport. Eventually, the auto rickshaw that took them home. This is the true picture of how the lockdown realities are unraveling on the ground. These visuals, ladies and gentlemen, are the worst nightmare for a lot of us. Just look at this, because we all have aging old parents. The COVID-19 crisis induced lockdown issues are hard, are real, and are playing out in some way or the other across the country. I just wanted this as a reminder of the times that we are living in and how we have to come together. I mean, some sort of common sense, a little bit, in fact, of the policemen there trying to understand the situation of this man could have helped. All right, let's now give you the big picture in our fight against the coronavirus. Where does India stand today? 12,380 total cases in the country, with 414 deaths which have been reported. Maharashtra is the top, in fact, as the worst states are concerned. Now 2,916, in fact, cases, 1,687 deaths. Now Delhi is at number 2 with 1,578 cases and 32 deaths. Meanwhile, Tamil Nadu has reported 1,242 cases and 14 deaths have been reported from the state of Tamil Nadu. This data was updated at 5:30 p.m. this evening. We'll focus on the ground reports from all the hotspot zones. How are the major cities, in fact, reeling under lockdown 2.0? We'll also tell you India's speed in terms of the new cases which are being recorded relatively, at least with the numbers that we have so far. India is performing well. All that is coming up. All right, breaking news coming in. While India is, in fact, getting lakhs of kits, testing kits from China, what we are learning from sources is that India will not be taking the PPE kits from China in the next 2 weeks. India shall make the PPE kits sufficient in India itself. Orders already have been placed with 39 manufacturers. Geeta Mohan joining us live. Geeta, what are the reasons why is the government rejecting the personal protection equipment kit for the COVID-19 warriors, as far as these coming in from China is concerned?
The assessment of the Indian administration is that if it can be produced and manufactured in India, then we should first look at production within India. It's not just for PPE kits, but also for testing kits. India is looking at ensuring that there is ramping up of manufacturing of PPE kits as well as testing kits. But our experience with products coming in from China has been rather not a very good one, Ankit, and that could be one of the reasons why India is looking within itself to start manufacturing, but also looking at certain other countries that not only India would be acquiring from, but a lot of donations also coming from certain countries that will be sending across a lot of PPE kits. So looking at our own consumption, we are making an assessment as to whether if we should be looking to China for imports of PPE kits at all.
Geeta Mohan, thank you so much for joining us with all those details, important details coming in, because the PPE kits, in fact, there have been a lot of stories around it. Doctors, in fact, putting out their views on this as well, of the need right now to provide them with the best protection equipment in face of the COVID-19 war. Now, as the number of coronavirus cases are increasing with each passing day, India Today Data Intelligence Unit brings you this report on how the cases went up from 100 to 10,000 in various countries, and where does India statistically stand on the global parameters. Let's just first take a look at how India has performed, and given the numbers that we have, in fact, in the days that we have seen so far, it looks like that these numbers India has performed quite okay on the global parameters. Take a look.
The caseload is spiking and Maharashtra continues to top the chart. But a deep dive into global statistics reveal India ranks among the countries with the slowest spread of COVID-19.
अगर एक दिन के अंदर देखें तो अराउंड 270 पीपल हैव एक्चुअली गॉट क्योर्ड इन लास्ट वन डे. तो जो मुख्य अंश मैं आप लोगों की दृष्टि में लाना चाहूँगा कि फील्ड लेवल पर एफर्ट करते हुए, क्लिनिकल मैनेजमेंट पर फोकस करते हुए हमारा जो एफर्ट रहा है उसके कुछ रिजल्ट्स हमें दिखने लगे हैं. तो अगर देखें तो करीब 11.41% जो हमारे पेशेंट्स हैं वो अप्रॉक्सीमेटली इस नंबर से 11.41 वो रिकवर हो रहे हैं. और ये प्रोग्रेस, ये नंबर और ये परसेंटेज अगर आप पिछले कुछ दिनों के डेटा को एनालाइज करें तो धीरे धीरे बढ़ रही है.
India Today's Data Intelligence Unit has tracked the speed with which the pandemic cases went up from 100 to 10,000 in various countries. Our analysis reveals India fares relatively better on this global parameter. In the world's second most populous nation, COVID-19 cases jumped from 100 to 10,000 in 30 days. Broken down further, the data shows corona cases doubled every 4.5 days. And that places India in the 19th spot among 23 countries with more than 10,000 COVID-positive patients. Remember, coronavirus cases crossed the 10,000 mark in India on Tuesday. But of the overall caseload globally, only 9 countries account for more than 76% of it, led by the US at 30%, followed by Spain, Italy, Germany, France, the United Kingdom, China, Iran, and Turkey.
Let me bring it to your notice again, there is no community transmission in the country so far. What we are seeing is some local outbreaks or some clusters based on which जिसमें हमने गाइडलाइन, जैसे इससे पहले मैंने आपको बताया कि जो क्लस्टर्स हैं या जो आउटब्रेक्स हैं उन पर क्लस्टर कंटेनमेंट और आउटब्रेक कंटेनमेंट स्ट्रेटजीज के तहत हम एक्शन लेकर उनको वहीं पर चेन ऑफ ट्रांसमिशन को तोड़ें, उससे रिलेटेड एफर्ट्स हम कर रहे हैं.
In the initial epicenter of the pandemic in China, it took only 10 days for the coronavirus to infect 10,000 from the first 100 positive cases. In the second phase of its national lockdown, India seems to be on the right track to slowing down the spread, at least for now. With Nikhil Rampal in Delhi, this is India Today's Data Intelligence Unit.
So how does this translate largely as well? Is there, as you know, that story clearly showed you, the data-driven story, that India possibly doing much better as far as other countries are concerned, and how are we performing a very strict lockdown 2.0? I just wanted to keep the focus on the major cities, and I just want to now tell you that out of the 170 districts which have been chosen as the hotspot zone, the red zones across the country, the 6 their major cities of the country also fall in those containment zones. And within those containment zones, the hotspot zones, there are lockdown within the lockdown, the containment zones so far. So Delhi, the national capital, if you look at it, there are 57 containment zones in Delhi. The satellite town of Noida, in fact, 27 containment zones. So lockdown 2.0 is being strictly enforced across the major centers, and especially in the red zones. Mumbai, one of the worst hit as far as the coronavirus is concerned, 438 containment zones within Mumbai itself. Bengaluru has 32 containment zones, the other top city of the country. Apart from that, if you go to Kolkata, about 10 containment zones in the state of, in the city of Kolkata as well. Hyderabad has 139 containment zones, as far as the top 6 metros of the country are concerned. I now want to break these hotspots city-wise, the major urban centers, the major metros of this country, how they, in fact, at this point of time are performing. Because what we did on India Today, and this, as the lockdown, the second, in fact, phase of the lockdown enters day 2, we did a reality check of all these cities. So I will break down city by city of all the hotspots that we are talking about, the major urban centers, starting with the national capital, Delhi. 1,578 cases in the national capital so far. 32 deaths have been reported. This data as on 16th of April at 5 p.m. Now, what is happening in the national capital? We have, in fact, don't only have the hotspot ground check, but we have a plethora of stories that is going to give you a sense of how Delhi is, in fact, performing as far as the hotspot zones are concerned. Now, the COVID-19 crisis in the national capital seems to be improving. It's a good news, in fact, from the national capital that only 17 cases were reported in the last 24 hours. This is according to the Government of Delhi Health Bulletin. The Government of Delhi has been monitoring the hotspots and has been carrying out sanitization activities. The list of the hotspots in the national capital is at 57. The B block of Safdarjung Enclave has been the latest addition in the list of the containment zones after 4 people from a family were tested positive for COVID-19.
सब लोगों से गुजारिश है, हाथ जोड़ के गुजारिश है कि हमने सरकार की तरफ से खाने का बहुत इंतज़ाम किया हुआ है। कल भी 9 लाख लोगों ने लंच किया है और 9 लाख लोगों ने डिनर किया है, पका हुआ खाना। और कोई 9 लाख की बजाय 15 लाख भी लोग आ जाएंगे ना, 20 लाख भी लोग आ जाएंगे, उनका भी हम इंतजाम कर देंगे।
All right, news coming in from the national capital. Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has announced that Delhi is going to start plasma therapy on trial basis to treat COVID-19 patients. Government had asked for permission from the centre. The government of Delhi has now got a nod from the centre for the same, and on trial basis, the government of Delhi is going to start the plasma therapy as far as the patients are concerned. Listen in to what the Chief Minister said.
देखा गया कि अगर उसमें कोई और बीमारी हो, जैसे डायबिटीज़ है, हार्ट प्रॉब्लम है, सांस की कोई बीमारी है, कैंसर की बीमारी है, तो फिर उसके जीवन के ऊपर संकट आ जाता है और अक्सर कई केसेस में उनकी मौत हो जाती है। ऐसे केसेस में जो सीरियस पेशेंट्स होते हैं, उसमें अगर प्लाज्मा टेक्नोलॉजी का इस्तेमाल किया जाए तो उनके देखने में आया है कि उनके बचने के चांसेस बढ़ जाते हैं। ऐसा कुछ देशों में देखने को मिला। दिल्ली के हमारे कुछ डॉक्टर्स ने इसके ऊपर काफ़ी अध्ययन किया और इसका ट्रायल करने के लिए तैयारी शुरू की है। अच्छी बात यह है कि परसों हमने केंद्र सरकार से इसका ट्रायल करने के लिए परमिशन मांगी थी और परसों रात को हमें इसकी परमिशन केंद्र सरकार से।
Meanwhile, the government of Delhi claims that there has been success of Operation Shield into more hotspots of the national capital, Vasundhara Enclave and Khichripur. Both these places were sealed on 31st March. No new cases of COVID-19 have been reported from these places in the last 15 days. Remember, the government of Delhi had started the Operation Shield, where they had gone on an extensive, in fact, first sealing of the area, then house to house, in fact, contact tracing of the patients. They also had initiated a large-scale sanitation drive and testing operation in these areas. Listen into what the Chief Minister said on this.
दिल्ली में लगभग 57 के करीब हम लोगों ने कंटेनमेंट जोन्स बनाए हैं। जैसे मैं रोज़ बताता हूँ, कंटेनमेंट जोन वो हैं जहाँ पे हमें 3 या 3 से ज़्यादा, अगर किसी कॉलोनी के अंदर हमें या किसी गली के अंदर 3 या 3 से ज़्यादा कोरोना के मरीज़ मिलते हैं, तो उसको हम चारों तरफ से कॉलोनी को सील कर देते हैं। वहाँ के रहने वाले लोगों को बाहर नहीं आने देते और बाहर के लोगों को अंदर नहीं जाने देते, ताकि बीमारी बाहर ना फैले। और तो वहाँ पे फिर हम ऑपरेशन शील्ड चालू करते हैं और इसके अच्छे असर पड़ रहे हैं, क्योंकि दिलशाद गार्डन का हमने देखा कि किस तरह से वो 15-20 दिन हो गए और वहाँ पे कंटेनमेंट जोन में अब एक भी केस नहीं आया। वसुंधरा एनक्लेव में 15 दिन के करीब हो गए, इसको भी कंटेनमेंट जोन को बने हुए, अब एक भी केस नहीं आया। खिचड़ीपुर की 3 गलियों को लॉक किया था हम लोगों ने, सील किया था, कंटेनमेंट जोन बनाया था, वहाँ से भी एक भी केस नहीं आया। तो ये अभी तक एक्सपेरिमेंट, अभी हम लोगों का प्रयास सफल रहा है।
Kamaljeet Kaur Sandhu, my colleague, joining us with more details on this story. Kamal, relative success there for the government of Delhi. Chief Minister announcing that, but the important thing now would be to ensure that it is ramped up across Delhi, because Delhi at this point of time is the second worst hit state across the country.
Absolutely, Ankit. First of all, slightly better news. Only 17 cases have been reported in the past 24 hours. So their Operation Shield has started working, especially in two important areas in East District of Delhi. And now this is extremely crucial because remember the Mansara apartments is where one case was found in Vasundhara Enclave. 188 homes were actually quarantined. There was a containment zone and Operation Shield. That means sealing was done, home quarantine was done. Isolation was done, and then the ASHA workers were sent in, health workers were sent in. So all those particular measures of shield were taken there, and yes, there is a success because no case in the past 15 days. Similarly, in Khichiripur, the similar experiment has actually succeeded. So good news coming in from East District of Delhi. It's extremely important and crucial at a time where Delhi is amongst the worst ranked as far as states are concerned. But considering that there are measures now which are taking place, perhaps it can be contained, and the next few days are going to be extremely crucial. We've seen sanitation drives happening across. We've seen containment zones, the numbers being increased to 57. But yes, there are odd stories like the pizza boy story, which has obviously impacted many
Absolutely.
more. So all these have to be taken into account. But remember, the relaxation now is something which has to be watched out for, because now delivery of goods will be done of both essential and non-essential, and the supply lines now have to be sanitized.
Absolutely. And as Kamal was mentioning about the pizza delivery boy story, that is a scare in the national capital. Kamal, thank you. I'm just going to very quickly tell our viewers about this. A big coronavirus scare in South Delhi's Malviya Nagar area after a pizza delivery boy tested positive. All the 72 families who got the pizza from this delivery boy working in South Delhi Eatery have now been put under home quarantine. 17 other delivery boys who worked with the infected person have also been put under institutional quarantine. Delivery boy reportedly had symptoms over 20 days and was tested positive on April 14th. Delhi police has now sealed the parts of Malviya Nagar area as a precautionary measure. Food delivery major has, Zomato in fact has admitted that some orders for the restaurants were from the infected delivery boy were routed through it. It added that it is not sure if the person was infected at the time of delivery. It also assured that the customers on its efforts on safe delivery chain, pizza chain Domino's, which is not linked with the delivery boy, reassured the customers that it is taking all the precautions to ensure delivery remains safe.
3-4 दिन पहले की बात है, हमें एक पिज़्ज़ा डिलीवरी बॉय जो है वो उसका रिजल्ट आया हमारे पास और वो पॉजिटिव पाया गया। हमने इमीडिएटली उसको हॉस्पिटल भेजा, उसके रूममेट की टेस्टिंग की और सारे जितने उसके आसपास डिलीवरी बॉयज़ थे उस पूरे आउटलेट के करीब 16 लोग, उन लोगों को हमने इंस्टीट्यूशनल क्वारंटाइन में ले लिया और जितने घरों पे ये डिलीवरी किया था वो डाटा निकाल करके सेम डे हमने इनको होम क्वारंटाइन में डाल दिया। ये सारे लोग अभी भी एसिम्प्टोमेटिक हैं और जिनकी टेस्टिंग किया हुआ है उनका टेस्ट रिपोर्ट अवेटेड है। अभी हमारे पास एविडेंसेस नहीं हैं कि इस बॉय ने संक्रमण फैलाया है, बट हाँ ये ज़रूर है कि ये खुद से संक्रमित था और करीब 1 महीने पहले इसको फर्स्ट सिम्टम आए थे 20 मार्च के अराउंड और 5 अप्रैल के आसपास इसको फीवर ख़त्म हो गया था। अभी एक्टिव डिजीज़ इसके पास केवल कफ की पड़ी हुई है, तो ये राजीव गांधी सुपर स्पेशलिटी हॉस्पिटल में इसको एडमिट किया हुआ।
साउथ दिल्ली के एक पिज़्ज़ा डिलीवरी के यहाँ से एक लड़का पॉजिटिव आया है, तो उसके साथ जितने 17 लोग थे जो उसके साथ जितने भी काम करने वाले को वर्कर्स थे सबको इंस्टीट्यूशनल क्वारंटाइन दिल्ली सरकार के क्वारंटाइन सेंटर में क्वारंटाइन किया गया है और साथ ही साथ जो 72 लोगों को उन्होंने डिलीवरी दी थी उन सबको होम क्वारंटाइन कर दिया गया है। अभी हम इनको सबको टेस्ट करेंगे, टेस्ट करने के बाद पता लगेगा कि क्या इसकी वजह से इन्फेक्शन फैला है। देखो एक उसको इन्फेक्शन किससे हुआ उसको चेक किया जा रहा है कि उसको कहाँ से इन्फेक्शन हुआ है। अभी जल्द से जल्द अगले 2 या 3 दिन के अंदर सबकी हम रिपोर्ट आ जाएगी। अगर उसकी वजह से इन्फेक्शन आगे फैला है तो ज़्यादा चिंताजनक होगा।
Meanwhile, my colleague Nikhil Lakhwani also spoke to a few food delivery boys who said that they in fact take precautions but live in constant fear as they are right now in fact meeting with the people. They are the ones, those who are still working while everybody else is staying indoors.
The cases of coronavirus is increasing in India day by day. Recently, a delivery boy has been tested positive in Delhi's Malviya Nagar. Right now, we are at Delhi's Connaught Place, and these are the delivery boys who are working in the times of corona. Now, what are the challenges they are facing in the times of corona, and how much threatened they are by the recent case? We'll talk to them over the same.
डर तो शुरू से ही है, बट हमें कंपनी ने बोला हुआ है, प्रिकॉशन दिए हुए हैं, पूरे सैनिटाइज वगैरह सारा कुछ करना पड़ता है, तो अपना ध्यान अपनी सेफ्टी अपने हाथ में ही है। बट डर तो शुरू से ही है जब से कोरोना आया है।
क्या फैमिली वाले मना करते हैं कि नहीं?
फैमिली वाले तो सारे ही बोलते हैं, रिलेटिव्स हैं, यार दोस्त है, सब बोलते हैं घर पे रहो, जाओ मत, बट क्या करें, अब आना पड़ता है, मजबूरी है। सर हमारे को कंपनी ने सैनिटाइजर के पैसे दिए हुए हैं 200 रुपए, तो पहले हम जब भी जाते हैं तो सैनिटाइजर करके रेस्टोरेंट के अंदर जाते हैं। फिर भी रेस्टोरेंट वालों को रेस्टोरेंट के बाद एक टेम्परेचर नापने का होता है, वो टेम्परेचर वो करते हैं, उसके बाद वो सैनिटाइजर भी करते हैं, हाथों से देते हैं, और उसको जो ऑर्डर जो ऊपर जो होता है उसको भी सैनिटाइजर करके ऑर्डर देते हैं हमारे को।
हमारे पास जो ऑर्डर आते हैं वो उसके हॉस्पिटल के ज्यादा रहे, हमें जाते हुए बेटर लगता है, क्योंकि सर एक पर्टिकुलर हॉस्पिटल में काफी पेशेंट होते हैं, डॉक्टर होते हैं या वो डॉक्टर हॉस्टल होते हैं, उनके काफी ऑर्डर सर हमें आते हैं, अब वो भी बंद हो गए सर काफी। आज तो सर जैसे ये पिज्जा डिलीवरी बॉय का केस सामने, उसके बाद से काम काफी कम है सर।
और वो डोमिनोज हमारे ऐप के अंदर है नहीं, डोमिनोज।
Okay, so these are the delivery boys who are at the Connaught Place, and such is the plight of these delivery boys after the delivery boy in South Delhi has been tested positive. Now they are saying that so many precautions are being followed, but still there is some threat, and after the recent case, the online delivery, the orders are definitely going to see a decline. With camera person Rakesh Kumar, Nikhil Lakhwani reporting for India Today.
We also, in fact, because, we were talking about how the hotspots, Prime Minister Narendra Modi also said that are going in the hotspot zone, the red zones across the country, there will be more stringent lockdown in the lockdown 2.0 before the April 20th evaluation can be done. We did a reality check in Delhi as well, in Delhi's Model Town area, which is one of the hotspots outside the police, in fact, where 3 blocks have been declared as containment zones after 3 members of a family were tested positive for COVID-19. However, there are people out on the roads. We also get a report from other parts of the national capital which have been declared as containment zones. Take a look at what my colleague Anisha Mathur filed.
We're at Delhi's GTB Nagar Model Town area, right outside the police lines where a lot of police personnel live. And as you can see, very few people around here are actually maintaining social distancing or even wearing masks in the area, despite the fact that Delhi is under lockdown and the police colony that is very, very close by is also a containment zone of the area, with several persons being identified corona positive. We're at the police colony in Model Town, where 39 flats in a 3-block radius have been cordoned off after a Delhi police ASI and his family were found positive of the coronavirus. 39 families live in this GH and I block of the police colony, and while barricading has been set up, a nodal officer has also been sent from the SDM office to notify the families that if they need any essential items, they can simply call the nodal officer or call the mother dairy or the chemist nearby. Right outside these 3 blocks is the children's park, where normally you would see children playing, but during the lockdown there is nobody. This park is now being used for car parking, and as you can see, police officials of the nearby Model Town police station as well as the nodal officer are here taking down the list of names of people who live in this area and what kind of essential services they would require. The Delhi police and the Delhi government making sure that the people do get the essential services during the lockdown, particularly in this police colony. With cameraman Nazir Khan, this is Anisha Mathur for India Today. इस वक्त हम हैं सदर बाजार पहाड़ी धीरज इलाके के पास। जैसा कि आप देख रहे हैं, ये इलाका पिछले 1 हफ्ते से पूरे लॉकडाउन के अंदर है। ये दिल्ली के सबसे पहले जो क्वारंटाइन रेड जोन्स बनाए गए थे, आइडेंटिफाई हुए थे, उन इलाकों में से एक है। और जैसा कि आप देख सकते हैं, पुलिस वालों ने पूरी तरह से बैरिकेडिंग यहाँ पर कर रखी है। पुलिस वाले भी बाहर बैरिकेड्स के पास पूरे पूरी तरह से तैनात किए गए हैं ताकि कोई अंदर बाहर ना जाए। लेकिन जैसा कि अगर आप देख सकते हैं अंदर तक जो इलाका है वो पूरी तरह सुनसान है, लेकिन फिर भी कुछ लोग इस वक्त भी सड़क पर घूमते नजर आ रहे हैं। ये कौन लोग हैं? ये इस वक्त क्वारंटीन के बीच में भी है, जैसे आप देख सकते हैं कुछ छोटे बच्चे नजर आ रहे हैं, कुछ लोग नजर आ रहे हैं जो यहाँ पर अभी भी घूम रहे हैं। लेकिन पुलिस ने इस इलाके को कम से कम पूरी तरह सील कर रखा है ताकि कोई अंदर बाहर ना जा सके। यहाँ पे सब्जी फल वगैरह सुबह 7 से 8 के बीच में डिलीवर होता है। दूध वगैरह की भी डिलीवरी यहाँ पर सुबह होती है, जिसके लिए जो बैरिकेडिंग है थोड़ी सी देर के लिए खोल दी जाती है। लेकिन पुलिस ने पूरी तरह से यहाँ नाकेबंदी कर रखी है, ये इंश्योर करने के लिए कि कोई भी अंदर बाहर ना जा सके। कैमरामैन नासिर खान के साथ मैं हूं अनीशा माथुर, दिल्ली।
Now, I just want to shift focus to this very story, which it's at least heartening to see that our frontline warriors in this fight against COVID-19 are being taken care of. In Delhi, after a policeman at AIIMS tested positive for COVID-19, Delhi police is now taking precautionary measures to keep the corona warriors safe. Delhi police has shifted its police officers and staffers to a 5-star hotel and guest houses across the national capital instead of lodging them in barracks. All measures of social distancing are being maintained by the police officials staying in these hotels. This report was filed for India Today, and this comes from the Hyatt Regency Hotel, where the Delhi police officials and the personnel are now being housed.
काफ़ी दिन से सीनियर अफसरों ने हमें हयात होटल में रेजिडेंस करवा रखा है ताकि सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग बनी रहे और कोरोना वायरस इधर से उधर ट्रांसफ़र ना हो पाए। और यहाँ पे हमें काफ़ी अच्छी सैनिटाइज किया गया है रूमों को, और आते जाते सैनिटाइज़र से हाथ धुलाए जाते हैं और काफ़ी चीज़ें डिटॉल वगैरह सोप सब रखी जाती है, सभी सुविधाएं दे रखी हैं।
जितने भी लोग एनसीआर में रहते हैं वो लोग इस होटल में रुके हुए हैं और हमारे सीनियर ऑफिसर्स का हम तहे दिल से धन्यवाद करते हैं कि यहाँ पे हमें इतना बढ़िया, जो कि हमारे फैमिली को बड़ी चिंता होती थी कि आप जा रहे हो वहाँ पे इतना ये है, और जब हमने उनको बतलाया कि हम हयात होटल में रह रहे हैं तो उनका खुशी का ठिकाना नहीं रहा।
कोरोना संक्रमण दिल्ली में जिस तरीके से तेजी से पैर पसार रहा है, वैसे में पुलिस वाले जो 24 घंटे अलग अलग जगहों पर ड्यूटी करते हैं, उन पुलिस वालों के लिए भी काफ़ी खतरा है। और इसीलिए दिल्ली पुलिस की तरफ से ये कहा गया है कि वो अब बैरकों में न रह करके होटल में रहेंगे। मैं इस वक्त होटल हयात के बाहर मौजूद हूं और यहां पर आपको दिखाना चाहेंगे कि होटल के अंदर जो पुलिसकर्मी हैं वो इस वक्त यहां पर रह रहे हैं। हालांकि अंदर जाने नहीं दिया गया होटल प्रशासन की तरफ से, लेकिन पुलिस वालों से यहां पर जानने की कोशिश करते हैं कि आखिर किस तरीके से इन लोगों को रखा जा रहा है। ये सब कुछ इसलिए किया जा रहा है सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग मेंटेन करने के लिए। बैरक में क्योंकि लोग एक ही जगह आसपास रहते हैं और वहां पर इनकी सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग मेंटेन नहीं हो पा रही है, ऐसे में पुलिस को होटल के अंदर रख करके अलग अलग कमरे दिए गए हैं और इन कमरों में ये पुलिस वाले सारे रहेंगे। इनके लिए व्यवस्था भी की गई है। होटल प्रशासन की तरफ से भी ये कहा गया है कि पूरी तरीके से इनकी व्यवस्था की जाएगी।
All right, good to see that at least the policemen, those who are right now right in the front lines, are being taken care of, are being housed comfortably. Now let's just shift focus to, in fact, Noida, where the satellite town, there are about 37 hotspots in Noida. So far, the satellite town of Delhi has reported about 80 deaths. Number of cases. No deaths, fortunately, have been reported from Noida. Again, this data was updated at 5 p.m. on April 16th. We went across to try and get a sense of what exactly, in fact, the hotspot zones of Noida are looking like. Remember, 69 new COVID-19 cases have been reported in Uttar Pradesh in the last 24 hours. 13 of these new cases have come from Noida, 7 from Ghaziabad and 10 in Agra. A total of 27 containment zones have been sealed in Noida. Many of those staying in the containment zones have complained that the delivery, in fact, is not regular for the essential commodities in these areas. Munish Pandey gets you this ground report.
यहाँ पर आने के पहले आप लोग को डर नहीं लगता कि यहाँ पे तो ऑलरेडी सरकार ने बोला हुआ है कि खतरा ज़्यादा है, आप लोग आ रहे हैं यहाँ पे खाना डिलीवर करने?
सर प्रिकॉशन यूज़ करते हैं, बाकी हम डर क्या चाहिए तो सर कंपनी को देखना चाहिए कि जो हॉटस्पॉट इलाके डिक्लेयर किए गए हैं डीएम साहब की तरफ से, तो शायद वहाँ पे आप डिलीवर ना करें कंपनी की साइड से, वो एरिया सीज करते हैं, वहाँ से ऑर्डर रिसीव ही ना करें, एक्सेप्ट ही ना करें। बाकी अगर हमारे पास ऑर्डर आते हैं तो इस रिगार्डिंग से फिर डिलीवर करने आना पड़ता है। डिलीवरी के टाइम में डर तो रहता है, और ये सर अपना हम कर्तव्य कर रहे हैं, ये अपनी ड्यूटी दे रहे हैं, हम अपना 110% दे रहे हैं। बाकी हम ग्लव्स यूज़ करते हैं, सैनिटाइजर यूज़ करते हैं, मास्क यूज़ करते हैं, एक सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग बना के रखते हैं।
All right, from Noida, let's now shift focus to the financial capital, Mumbai, the city which is struggling as far as the COVID-19 cases are concerned. So far, 2,003, in fact, total cases from Mumbai, and 114 deaths have been reported from the city as of 5 p.m. on April 16th. So the hotspot Mumbai, in fact, still struggling to cope with the number of COVID-19 cases. The state of Maharashtra continues to be the worst affected. Now, 165 fresh coronavirus cases were reported from Maharashtra, out of which 107 fresh came from Mumbai. Now, containment of spread of COVID-19 continues to be the major concern, especially in Mumbai. 11 new cases have been reported from the largest slum of Asia, Dharavi. A total of 71 cases have now been reported from Dharavi, and 8 people so far have died in these slums because of COVID-19. Another slum area that saw a huge spike of coronavirus cases is Govandi. The BMC has set up fever clinics to trace people with symptoms. India Today Saurav Vakhtania got us this ground report from Govandi.
Now we are present in Mankhurd area, which is very badly affected. We are outside one particular society, and what they have done over here is the people of the area themselves have barricaded this particular society. They are here in groups and they are asking people to stay inside. They are not allowing anyone to go inside or anyone to come outside. Only people who have some emergency, only they are being allowed outside. Now see, this is the particular group of people outside this society. They are continuously appealing to people that it is not safe at all, but it is a very difficult and challenging task because the officials won't be enough, because this is a huge slum, and therefore this type of situation we are seeing over here where people are out on the road guarding their society. With camera person Sai Prasad Patil, this is Saurav Vakhtania in Mumbai for India Today.
Now, I just wanted to focus on this story, because in the deluge of coronavirus stories, we sometimes forget the other impact as far as coronavirus is concerned. 55-year-old Ansari Bano did not have COVID-19. She's from Mumbai, but she died at the quarantine center in Mumbai. Her death has highlighted the dangers of illness that lurk in these ill-equipped quarantine centers, which are meant to protect those vulnerable to the virus. Ansari Bano was quarantined along with other members of her family as cases rose in Dharavi cluster where they stayed. She was highly diabetic and given to blood pressure fluctuations. On the night of 13th April, she collapsed and died while returning after using the toilet. Her grieving son blames the pathetic conditions at the quarantine center for her death. She might have been safer at home, he feels.
मॉम का टेस्ट के लिए मैंने बोला, उनको डायबिटीज़ थी, शुगर था, ब्लड प्रेशर था, तो इन लोग ने उसका भी कुछ नहीं बोलते, कल परसों करेंगे। अब तक कल रात को 12:10 पे मेरी मॉम को इंतकाल हो गया। शी वॉज पास्ड बिकॉज ऑफ देम। इसका जिम्मेदार कौन होगा? BMC या फिर ये जो हमें यहाँ पे ला के रखे हैं, कौन लाया है, क्यों लाया है?
The dismal facilities at the quarantine center were caught on camera by Sohrab Farooqi, a student of hotel management. He made videos of the facility and the washroom, highlighting the poor hygiene there. Afsana and Farzana Sheikh, who were kept in quarantine, complained about the indifferent approach of people in charge of the quarantine centers.
ना बच्चे का कपड़ा है, यहाँ पे हम लोग कैसे रह रहे, बहुत तकलीफ में रह रहे। ये लोगों को बोलो तो लोग जल्दी सुनते ही नहीं है। बच्चे के लिए भी बोलो तो लोग बोलो तो बहुत लेट लाते हैं। मेडिसिन के लिए भी बोलो तो मेडिसिन नहीं लाते। मेरा बच्चा दूध मेरा नहीं पी रहा, और बॉटल का दूध भी वो उसको नहीं ले रहा, वो दूध से ही पकड़ रहा है। और यहाँ तो हम अपने बच्चों को नहा नहीं पा रहे, जिसकी वजह से उसके सर में भी कितना सारा देखो जख्म हो गया है। और हम लोगों ने सर्दी की दवाई लाने के लिए बोले थे, वो भी मुझे नहीं ला के दी। मैं परसों की दीदी बोली थी।
The authorities say people are being quarantined as per the protocol that has been drawn up. They insist all the inmates are provided food and other facilities.
With more than 70 cases of COVID-19 in Dharavi, it's an increasing challenge for the BMC. The BMC maintains that they have provided all facilities at quarantine center, but a family has alleged that they were not given medicine and wheelchair in time, which led to a death of a woman in their family. Mustafa Sheikh in Mumbai for India Today.
Let's get a quick update from my colleague Pankaj Upadhyay, who's joining us from Mumbai with more details on this. That's a shocking lapse, Pankaj, which our colleague Mustafa has in fact highlighted. I also want a very quick reply on what's happening as far as the Bandra probe is concerned.
Well, Ankit, as far as the Bandra probe is concerned, the latest is that 10 accused arrested in the Bandra incident, they have been remanded to police custody till the 19th of April. And then we had a regional news channel journalist who was also arrested. Now he's been given a bail with a bond of 15,000 rupees. And the third FIR, which was registered against the self-proclaimed labor leader, Vinay Dubey, he remains in police custody. So we have a total of 4 FIRs and 12 people arrested so far. But as far as the Mumbai police is concerned, they maintain they are still looking out for all the players who perhaps could have been involved. That means they are still going inside the slum colonies, questioning as many people as possible, looking very closely at the CCTV footage, and also looking whether there were other angles involved in it, because there were certain political leaders who had sent out many videos as well saying that all of this is planned as well. Of course, a particular person by the name Rauf, who happens to be a tailor by profession, he has also been arrested. He happened to be the person who had released the video wherein one can hear he's saying that the people should be asking for money if they are not being sent to their respective states, and that the people should also be asking for journalists to be present in that area. So the process is still on. Even though 12 arrests have been made, police says that the investigation is still on. They are not taking the matter lightly, and they are probing all the angles possible.
Pankaj, thank you for joining us with that latest update, because Bandra, remember, exploded just a couple of days back with thousands of migrant workers who assembled there. What's the situation in Chennai? Hotspot Chennai. 214 cases have been reported from the city so far. Remember, the entire state of Tamil Nadu is one of the worst affected as far as the COVID-19 cases are concerned. The total number of cases in Tamil Nadu are 1,242, and 14 deaths have been reported from the state. There are a total of 558 containment zones in Tamil Nadu as of now, and Chennai continues to remain the hotbed. India Today's Akshay Nath gets you this ground report.
We're at AAA, another important location in Chennai city, and this is a lane which has been cordoned off by the government of Tamil Nadu. This is being cordoned off by the Greater Chennai Corporation, and what we can see here is that there are barricading inside the premises. This is to ensure that home quarantine in this vicinity is maintained. There was a few cases of COVID-19 positive which were identified here, and later on this epicenter was identified, and a perimeter of 7-kilometer radius was locked down by the government. And we can see that on an everyday basis sanitation work undergoes here. The corporation officials come and do sanitization work here. Apart from that, we're seeing that on a regular basis there is a police checkpost here. Police officials are sitting and maintaining that nobody goes out of this location. We can also see that there is a notice board which has been stuck here, which states that this is a COVID identified zone and people need to maintain the kind of lockdown which is being followed by the government officials.
All right, so from Chennai, let's take you to Bengaluru, another major city of the country and a big hotspot as far as Bengaluru is concerned. 76 cases in Bengaluru, 2 deaths have been reported so far from the city. Now, shocking visuals were seen from Bengaluru hotspots where the locals were seen roaming freely amid the nationwide lockdown. There are currently 38 hotbeds in Bengaluru. However, many people were seen loitering outside and without the mandatory mask and essential equipment. Commodities like food, water and vegetables continue to be supplied without any hitch in all the areas, and yet the people felt the need to violate the lockdown rules. Bengaluru Urban has 71 cases so far of COVID-19, and it includes 34 active cases, 35 discharged and 2 deaths. Let's take a look at this reality check from the hotbed Bengaluru, sent by my colleague Nolan Pinto.
We are now in Bangalore East or Bengaluru East. This is Lingarajapura. In fact, the people over here, considering the fact that it's a hotspot, need to be at home. But that is not the case. There are barricades placed when you enter Lingarajapura, but absolutely no police personnel available over here. Apart from that, for the time that we have spent over here, almost 30 odd minutes, we have seen a large number of people, especially youngsters, without their masks, on their bikes, roaming around in this particular area. Now, if such is the case, how can one expect to control the spread of COVID-19? Imagine that, 38 hotspots in this city out of 198, and in this particular part of Bangalore East, everyone's out. With video journalist Shivmurthy Gurumat, Nolan Pinto for India Today.
That certainly doesn't look like the kind of lockdown, the kind of preparation, the kind of fight and the kind of participation that you and I as citizens have to in fact put in as far as the government's fight in COVID-19 is concerned. It's for our own betterment. Lockdown has to be followed very, very strictly. I'll urge all our friends in Bengaluru, don't break the lockdown rules. That's all that we have in this edition of 6 p.m. Prime. But in all the thick of the gloom due to coronavirus crisis, there is a silver lining as well. The lockdown across the country has resulted in significant improvement in the cleanliness of the water bodies. I leave you with these visuals of the Belindur Lake in Bengaluru. Remember, this lake used to be frothing just a few months back. We were doing daily stories of fire and froth coming out of this lake because of the pollution, and the authorities were not able to control that. At least this is a positive side effect of the lockdown.